Hi, my name is Hezron. I want to welcome you once again this week as we look through the news that has been circulating throughout the week on matters to do with health. So, this week we have been told to brace ourselves because next week restrictions will be eased, and some of those restrictions relate to social distancing, and this has a lot to do with obviously how we relate and connect with each other. That will certainly boost our mood, and secondly, also we will be allowed to do more than one form of exercise. That gets a double thumbs up from me because exercise benefits us in so many ways. Okay, so we look forward to that. The news on the adjusting the measures of social distancing, as well as other adjustments that will be made clear this coming weekend. Okay. Now, another headline that's been going through the news throughout the week is that there has been elevated levels of anxiety from both men and women, especially during this time, as you can imagine. In fact, the Office for National Statistics found that from a study that women especially showed greater levels of anxiety compared to men. Now, these are said to be the highest levels of anxiety recorded since the Office for National Statistics started collecting data on well-being in 2011. Now, there are a number of reasons outlined, and there are a number of signs and symptoms, and these you can find listed on the NHS websites, any health websites that are reputable, and these are signs and symptoms that you can look out for. So some of the practical ways to respond to this: if you're living with a spouse or family or friends, look out for signs that your loved ones might be going through a certain state of heightened anxiety or anxious levels, really. Or they may themselves express these in words to you about how they're feeling. Things you can look out for are like excessive worry or irritability, restlessness or fatigue, or simply poor concentration. Try to share the workload, and these are some practical tips that I'm sharing. Try to share the workload and responsibility as best you can. Also, go for walks. Factor in at some point of the day, for particular frequency of the week, go for walks, even 15 minutes per day. Okay, this way you're using nature as a calming agent. Okay, the brain is more stimulated for energizing the coping skills. Okay, and let me add 2 Bible verses to this, just so that you can also take with you as well. Philippians chapter 4 and verse 6 says, "Hey, be anxious for nothing." Now, I know there are various levels of anxiety that exist, okay, and we need to approach them appropriately. But let me give you some baseline encouragement. Philippians 4 verse 6 says, "Don't be anxious for anything. Ask God for everything and say thanks." Simple as that. 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 7 says, "Cast all your cares and your anxieties and your worries on God, because He will take care of you, because He loves you." In fact, on the point of Bible verses, another news that came out this week showed that a study that was carried out by the charity Tearfund found that although church buildings, most are closed, okay, due to the COVID-19, more and more people are said to be praying now than before. Okay, that's another aspect that you can adopt to counter any heightened worries or anxieties that you may have. Okay, each day, each week, we're told that a lot of folks are going through a lot of stresses for different reasons, but I'm excited that all is not lost, and these are ways that we can cope. Okay, one final thing I want to also share is that as the week goes by, each week, we are reminded of those who sadly, because of COVID-19, especially, have passed away. And our prayers and well wishes are indeed with all the families involved. And we should keep praying for them. On the other side of the coin, as they say, we're also hearing of some folks who've made some miraculous recoveries from being almost at the brink of death. And one such person was a father who had double pneumonia. He had sepsis, he had heart failure, he had 2 strokes, and yes, you guessed it, he also had COVID-19. Well, this father, he has made a miraculous recovery and is now back with his family. And I say praise God for that. So let us keep praying and trusting God, who still heals and restores. My name is Hezron. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. God bless.